All right, so we are joined by Baylor head coach Glenn Moore, Riley Crandall, and Shaylin Govan following their game against Ole Miss. So we'll open it up for coach's opening statement, and then we'll have some questions after that.
Yeah, I am obviously disappointed in the outcome of the first game. It's not the way you want to start. Thought our girls were prepared. I thought they had the right attitude and right approach, and we just got beat. I thought we competed well. We squared up a lot of balls and balls that went to them, but I thought overall we competed. Didn't execute some things we should have, and didn't do some things that would have helped us later in the game, especially with Riley being so efficient early on. And I mean, their pitcher, Riley, our pitcher, I thought came in and did a great job after Casey had a rough start, probably struggling a little bit, not feeling the best in the world. And we decided to stay with our decision to go with her, and just really was a lot on her. But when Riley came in, I thought she did a great job of squelching their offense, and we just couldn't get anything to fall, to get any momentum, get anything going until that sixth inning, whenever we had the bases loaded and Sydney up. So disappointing, but it's a short tournament. I mean, a small tournament, and it's not unheard of to come back from the losers bracket in these regionals and take the tournament. So we'll do it one game at a time and try to get refocused and playing better ball.
All right, questions for Baylor?
Probably coach talked about it, but coming in there in the third, there's already a runner on. Can you talk about just the way that y'all were able to get out of that? Y'all actually were able to get out of several situations.
I think having leaders like Amber and Shay and Sydney in that situation is really important, because you come in a stressful situation and they're just there talking you down and saying what needs to be said, and just having confidence behind me is what really is going to be the reason I was able to come out of a tough situation like that.
You looked good. I mean, did you feel good the whole way? Because you came in there and pitched almost 5 innings, 4 2/3.
Yeah, I felt good. I was ready to go. Balls were spinning. But I mean, the defense helped me just as much as I was able to help them. So,
Shay, was there anything that their pitcher was doing that was throwing y'all off? I mean, I know you squared up on a couple.
I feel like we had a good plan going in, and she kind of gave us a different look than what we were expecting. But that's just on us not making adjustments through the at-bats, one pitch at a time. Usually when she had something working, she stuck with it. So we just have to be better in that sense.
And that liner, I guess it was in the fourth. Did you feel like that one was down?
I did, and then I saw how that jump she had on the ball, so I was like, oh, that's going to get caught.
The defense, particularly, like I was thinking about the second inning where they looked like they were maybe going to break it open after that. But you guys turned a double play, and then Amber made a great play in full. Kind of talk about what y'all's defense was able to do just to keep you in the game.
I feel like our defense, we're very athletic. We have the right people at the right places, and so even though they were hitting balls hard, I feel like we're pretty good at getting double plays, especially when our pitchers are just rolling ground balls. We have a very great chance of running a double play. And Amber, she's just locked down over there and with someone with speed, and she can get the ball out quick. So she did what she was supposed to do, and that's it.
Coach talked about it. You don't want to start out in 0-1 hole. How do you dig yourself out now and try to win a 4-game tournament now?
As Coach Moore said, one game at a time, one pitch at a time. It's small games within this big game, and we just have to make sure that we're winning the pitches, we're winning the innings, and we're just taking it day by day and pitch by pitch.
Then I guess talk about just, what do you do from here, and then even with your pitching situation?
Well, they're going to have to bear the burden and get out there and throw, and we've got to continue to play defense like we did that game. We had you mentioned it. We had some outstanding play on defense, and as they did, I think we forced them to make some great plays, and they made them as well. But you've got to think smaller rather than big. And 4 games is, first of the year. We're playing 5-game tournaments every weekend, so it's not something we haven't done in a while, but just got to take them one game at a time and work our way back into that that if game on Sunday, but we can't think about Sunday right now. We've got to think about one game at a time, and that's tomorrow.
Talked about getting the bases loaded. They're in the sixth. Guess how frustrating was that not to get something out of that?
Well, the frustrating thing is back to what I was saying earlier. If we execute what we have called there, make an attempt to, we probably have bases loaded with Shea coming up, and that's a different situation when they have to pitch to her. So they didn't have to pitch to her. Sydney wasn't able to get it done, so they were able to get out of it. They did a great job of that. But so we've got to take some responsibility, really on our short game. I think they were vulnerable to the bunt, and we had that in our game plan and didn't execute it. And we had 3 opportunities that I know of that we had the right play called in the right situation with the right defense there to execute it, to be able to capitalize on their vulnerability, and we didn't execute. Not only did we not execute there, we didn't make an attempt. We pulled back and had strikes called on us. So that's just a commitment that we have to make if we want to win. If we're going to play the game, then we have to make that commitment. And we'll talk about that tonight with the team and hopefully do a better job tomorrow.